It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hello, happy Wednesday. It is 12 noon, at least it is for you guys in the States, not for me because I am in Barcelona for ISE. How's it going, Gary?
Good, but we are still coming to you live on rAVe TV. We do this every Wednesday, and as you can see, I am not in Barcelona, so I guess I should tell them what happened, believe it or not.
Yeah, Gary, I guess you should tell them why it is that you are not in Barcelona.
So Friday morning, actually, I started feeling a little weird, and by Friday afternoon, my back was hurting, and my head was all stuffed up, and guess what I had? I had COVID. I tested positive for COVID, went to the hospital and did one of those PCR tests, got my results at 9 p.m., so that meant I could not fly to Barcelona on Saturday, but you are live on the show floor at ISE. I can see that you're in the Legrand booth.
I am in the Legrand booth, who is one of our lovely rAVe TV sponsors. As you can see, their stand is just absolutely beautiful, and we are going to have product videos showcasing each one of the things, because Gary, you and I talk about Legrand is a glue brand because they've got a lot of other brands under the umbrella, but something they wanted to make sure that I highlighted for everyone is they wanted me to just talk about, they have a whole wall of integrated solutions over here right now, and they're just lovely. So I'm just gonna walk us over here slowly.
I love the show floor. Looks like it's busy. I'm looking at people.
It's busy. It's so busy. But yes, and here we go. We got Abby in action right now shooting.
Look at that. There's one of our video shooters, Abby Ashford. She is shooting videos right now. As you know, we do product videos at trade shows like this, and we are uploading them as we shoot them as quickly as we can. Now, we've only uploaded about 50 so far, but you go to ravepubs.com/ISE 2022, and we already have those videos uploaded, Steph.
Exactly. And I wanted to point out over here, our other rAVe TV sponsor, Shure. It's like they planned this for rAVe TV because Legrand and Shure are right across the aisle from each other.
Of course they did.
Yes.
So first off,
I did a booth.
Go ahead. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Sorry, go ahead and tell me about your booth tour.
Sure. No, I just want to say I filmed a booth tour with Shure yesterday, and it was lovely. I had a great time over there. I spent the whole booth tour, just me and Chris Merrick were just laughing and carrying on the entire time. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet it's fun to meet these people in person too.
Yes.
So question, I can see behind you there's lots of people there. How would you grade the show floor traffic on a scale 1 to 10? What would you say?
I would say it's about a 7, right? Okay. Because it's obviously busier than any other show that I've been to in recent memory.
Okay.
But it's not quite like Infocom 2016 where you couldn't even be in the aisles without knocking elbows with people. Because as you can see, I've got plenty of room to stand around and no one's kind of encroaching on my space, but it's a busy floor. Everywhere you turn, there's people.
Yeah, so, we've posted a bunch of collages of show floor images and product images and things going on at the show, and you can tell the vibe is way busier than any show we've seen in the last couple of years. But having been to the last 18 ISEs, I can tell you, and this is I'm sad to miss this one. First one in Barcelona. I can tell you the traffic's not the same, but I can see behind you, I see some brands. I would love for you to take some time, and I know we're going to try to do a tour. I see Absen back there.
Yeah. Yes, as you can see, Absen is showcasing their installs that they can do in different shapes. So as you can see, this display right under their logo is just beautiful, and they have another one mirroring it over to the side. They've also kind of showing how they can do a display on a square and on different shapes like that. So it's very fun walking over here. There's a lot to see. So I'm just going to slowly kind of walk you guys.
What is it, numbered, lettered? What are
they? This is hall 3. So the halls are numbered. I think the ISE is in 2 through 7, 2 through 6 maybe. Mm-hmm. But yes, so this is hall 3. So this is a lot of the really big brands that you and I know and work with a lot. So I am just walking us down. As you can see, to my left we have Christie.
Yes.
And
so let's talk about Christie for just a second as you move into the Christie booth.
Yeah, I want to show you their logo because their stand is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So they've got I think it's micro tiles.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And I just think that is gorgeous. And so they've got like different things, and it'll just show differently every few minutes.
Yeah, I've seen it in
you can
different
see them from
color
all the way.
schemes.
Yes,
and
you can see it all the way at the other end. It's really, really cool.
So while you're heading to the next booth, we're going to put up. Go ahead and head over there. We're going to put up some images of the Christie booth. We went around and shot videos.
Yes.
But we also shot photos of the Christie booth. And, and take a look at these. These are beautiful. You can't see them, Steph, and I'm showing them some pictures right now of the Christie booth. So LG.
I also want to point out, LG. So here is their stand. It's so big. It looks so good. So they've got this really big display over here, and they have built an entire monorail solution over here.
Well,
which
they're showing their
so
transportation
cool.
solution. I got some pictures
of that.
Can I throw up some pictures of that while you're walking?
Yeah, you can throw up some pictures of that, and I can walk you guys through it and show you what it looks like.
You can see how this is showing a transportation solution from LG.
Yes, and how they can use signage, how they can use like this transparent signage in the window area, but how they also have more of a ribbon signage at the top. Looks so good.
Yeah, that's their super stretch. I think it's called, or stretch ultra stretch. I think they call it the ultra. So
like it's completely transparent at the window. Like I can see other attendees through it. It's really, really cool.
That's their transparent OLED display. Obviously,
yep.
Like I
we
said,
love a transparent OLED in this house.
Showing you.
All right, so we are continuing to walk down. So it's getting more crowded. So you're going to see me like weaving through.
I love this. I feel like I'm actually at the show a little bit, Steph. Keep doing it.
Yeah, look, I'm taking you with me.
Bump into people.
Yeah, bump into people. Excuse me, sorry.
Okay, so as you're moving to Epson, Steph, as you're moving to Epson, I want to actually put up the images and some of the content that we shot at Epson yesterday, because look at this.
Right,
this is beautiful, what you're about to see. And we're going to actually see it in person, so show us what they got there.
Yes, so Epson is a lot of what they're showing. They're showing their lightest and smallest projector. And it is very, very cool. So this projector that they were telling me about when I was over there is, it is their lightest and smallest, and it is made for both rental and
I think you're talking about the smallest large venue projector. I believe it's 20,000 lumens.
That's it.
For the size.
Yes,
and
20,000
weight.
lumens.
Yeah, it's for the size and weight. It is very bright. And so we shot a video of that. If you want to see it, you can go to ravepubs.com/ISE 2020 right now. But they built a cave-like environment inside their booth with projection, digital mapping, and they're mapping on a table. Are you able to walk over there and show that, or is that something you want me to show?
Is that over on this side? Over on this side? Okay, yes, I can show you that.
All right, excellent.
All right.
I think that
here we go.
getting
We're
people
all
to
going
see
together.
that would be kind of cool.
Yes, it would. It's really funny just because I have like Madeline following me.
Yeah, we are. By the way, people are asking us.
A camera.
Steph, people are asking us live, why are we using a wire? Well, let me tell you why. Because there's 50,000 people there right now with wireless devices.
Yes.
So that's why we're using a wired microphone.
And I'm just, I just wanted to make sure that
we.
Yep, exactly.
So we'd love to use wireless, but we've done enough shows like this to tell you that wireless is not reliable all the time.
Not all the time, and just because they're like following me around, it can sometimes be harder with the wireless.
Yeah, it's funny about that. When you have a wire,
back-facing,
people are less likely to walk in front of you. They see the camera.
And it's actually been really helpful. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the cave. Situation, which is very, very cool.
This is showing you how you can build like a brainstorming room using projection. They're projecting on the floor, on the walls, and on the table. This is the new Epson short throw line of projectors. 3 new projectors. You can see those at ravepubs.com. If you just search Epson.
Yes, they're very cool. Just walking in here. Oh yeah, you can see me right here.
There you go. Look at that. Steph seeing Steph. Steph seeing Steph. There you go.
It's Stephception. Okay. I feel like
that's good. That's a good word. Stephception. Okay.
Thank you.
Where are you going to take me next?
This is why. All right, so we're just going to continue down. We have Panasonic over here, and their stand is also
What about
incredibly
Crestron? Isn't
lovely.
Crestron right there too? Can we pan
Yes,
over and look at
Crestron's
Crestron?
here as well. Yep. So Crestron
If you
is
can
right in
let
here.
her pan over just to see Crestron now, if you'll pause, can you pause, Steph? I want to show them a couple of images of what Crestron is showing at the show floor. You don't have to walk over there.
Yeah.
They're highlighting esports using AV over IP. I don't know if you had a chance to see that, Steph, but here's some images we're popping up on the
Yes,
screen.
they are. So, yep. Okay, I'm just going to continue walking over this way. And Lang AG, I know you know Lang Gary.
Oh, yeah. They always
Lang
do cool
stand
stuff. They always do cool stuff.
Oh, the Lang stand. It's like a somewhat touch responsive over here, and I just see people continuing to go up and touch their displays. And
so it's a touch
even
LED?
from here, over on the other side, yeah, and this one, at least people are trying to touch it. It might not actually be, but people keep trying to like put their hands all over it. And this one is over to the left of us is Venus, and it's very, very pretty as well. So
very cool. Wow.
It's very, very clear, very crisp.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So yeah, we're just continuing to walk down the main strip here. So yes, Crestron is to my right now. And they're showcasing, yes, they're really, really working on showing off their esports solutions. But of course, they have all of their regular offerings as well, showing their video conferencing stuff. Samsung showcasing all of their stuff for retail, a lot of the stuff that you and I saw at NRF, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, Samsung is also featuring the wall.
Yeah, I've got some images of that right here. Like, take a look at that. This is the inside of the Samsung booth. Obviously, they have a very big booth usually at every show, but this is the first time they've had a substantial booth like this at an AV show in a few years. So
it has been.
So where are you taking us now,
And
Steph?
of course, so we are heading down over to Sharp NEC.
Okay. I'm excited to see how many people are wandering around there. Hey, by the way, what percentage of people being someone who now has COVID, what percentage of the people there have masks on?
I would say not very many. Maybe 10 to 20% of people I've seen wearing masks. Yeah. I've been wearing one when I've been out and about, but of course when I've been conducting interviews, I'll take it off so that people can hear me okay.
Yeah, you got to be safe.
But when I've just been... Oh, yeah. But when I've just been out walking the show floor, I've tried to
one issue
keep it put on.
You have to be concerned about is you can't get back to the U.S. if you have a positive test. So you're just going to be careful as possible. There's the first time Sharp NEC have shown together, by the way. I see both logos there.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
Together, yeah.
So, as you can see their lovely logo.
Yep.
And we're going to keep walking down here. They're really adding, I feel like a theme of ISE is just a lot of greenery. Because I feel like every few stands, I see more people, incorporating plants and,
what do you think
just adding whatever greenery they can.
What do you think's going on there?
I think it's just to make everything look less, clinical. You know what I mean?
Okay,
How, if it's just technology and nothing else, sometimes it can just look really, really clinical, and so I think a lot of booths are trying to just add warmth and add greenery to it.
Well, you're watching rAVe TV. This is Gary K, and Steph Beckett is live in Barcelona at the ISE show. We probably should have said that up front. She's in Barcelona.
Oh, yeah.
I am here in the United States because I was diagnosed with COVID. I'm feeling fine, but I definitely had COVID. I felt a lot worse this weekend, but Steph is actually live on the show floor in Barcelona. What booth are you in now?
So we are in Sharp NEC stand. So they are showcasing, of course, a lot of displays. Give me 1 second. What? A 200-inch wall on the other side? All right, let's go look at that.
I love the fact that your crew is coaching you what to show.
To just walk through. Yes. I was...
if you give us kind of pan around with the camera and show us what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. So, as you can see, their stand is quite busy.
Yeah. That's the collaboration displays, looks like. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And so, they're showing with Teams right here. I'm just going to walk through real quick. Nobody mind me. I just am constantly getting in everyone's way, and it's fine. All right, so yeah, here we go. They've got quite a crowd over here to look at all their other displays.
Oh yeah, so I see Microsoft Teams front row there on a monitor. So that's showing the application with 2 displays showing front row.
Yes, showing front row. Front row is a big thing people are talking about right now.
Here's the 200-inch wall.
Okay, here is the 200-inch wall, Gary. I'm going to try to make my way around this crowd a little bit, but it is very, very big and very pretty. And
wow.
here's Bruce.
Beautiful.
So, yes, I don't know that they're showing anything on it right now, but it's or they've kind of just got it using as a monitor. But you've talked about it on Rants and Raves, correct?
Yeah, I did. I did a whole Rants and Raves episode on it. If you want to check it out, you can go to ravepubs.com/ISE2020, type in Sharp NEC in the video search box to see it. So, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, very cool.
That's packed.
Gary,
I'm excited about how many people are there.
I know it. It's been pretty great, honestly. Like, I feel like I thought I was going to be nervous or annoyed that there were just like so many people around, but it's honestly just been like refreshing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What were you going to ask me, Steph?
I know we've got some news that you wanted to make sure that we covered as well, so I wanted to ask you. I know we wanted to talk about Zoom coming out with Whiteboard.
Yep, we have a lot of stuff. Let me pull up on what we have on our website right now. If you go to ravepubs.com/ISE2022.
2022.
Yep, then you'll be able to see everything, all the news that we have. We have got a crew of people that have headed to Barcelona, and as you can see on our microsite here, this is where we're putting all of the coverage we have from ISE 2022. And on the left side, you'll see the new product news, and on the right side,
we are keeping that as up to date.
Sorry. I was just gonna. I'm showing them what the site looks like real quick. On the right side.
Oh yeah.
On the left, you see our news, and we're keeping that news up to date as we get new product press releases. And on the right side, these are our videos. Right now, the videos that we're focused on are the companies that we have relationships with, specifically that have contracted us to shoot videos. Those are the sponsored videos to the right. But below that, all of the ISE videos are to the left. If you click all videos here, then it takes you straight to all the videos we've shot so far on the show floor, and we're uploading them as quickly as we can. We don't have as big of a crew at ISE this year because, like you, we are down people, but we'll get them all uploaded before Replay TV, which we'll talk about in just a second. But this is how to navigate the website. You can see, but I do want to focus on a couple of news stories. Can I do that, Steph? Are you good with that?
Yeah, of course, Gary. Take it away.
All right, so one is we covered the keynote, and the theme of the keynote, Steph, you wrote this article, the theme of the keynote is all about how AV is part of the art market. Rafiki Anadol did the keynote. Did you attend, Steph? Did you attend the keynote?
Yes, Kelsey and I attended it together.
Yeah, and what did you think? He's a good presenter, isn't he?
He's a lovely presenter, very engaging, and it was honestly just refreshing to talk about AV in a new light, because so often we focus on the pieces and the parts of what make an installation.
Yep.
And I feel like we so rarely get to talk about an installation in itself and an installation as art and as something that can be beautiful. So just kind of the intersection between AV technology, art, architecture, AI, all of those things like coming together to make something really beautiful that like makes people feel things when they walk by and see it was just a lovely like breath of fresh air for me, because I come from a very artistic background, so I love things like this, and Kelsey and I had a lovely time getting to see.
By the way, here's some images of the show floor this is a way that ISE has done a good job using empty space on the show floor. They actually built an art exhibit using projection mapping on 3 of 4 walls as a way to show art and AV combined, and it's a kind of a resting spot on the show floor. But I want to go back and talk about some of the product news. Here's One of the things
Okay.
that was introduced yesterday is Poly introduced the new Polystudio R30 video bar and PolySync 10 speakerphone. Here's what they look like. Those are there at ISE. By the way, we send out a daily newsletter each day. If you're interested in
Yes.
in checking out all of our news, go to ravepubs.com/ISE 2022, because this is 2022. Steph, can you believe that?
I barely can believe that.
All right. So one of the things that's kind of interesting, another big announcement yesterday was Barco introducing the TruePix LED. This is designed sort of like around the modular concept of, if you think about the Unicy and the way they simplified video walls with the Unicy, imagine Unicy for LED.
Yes.
This is sort of that solution for LED.
I can walk you over there so you can see it if you want.
Can I will you do that? Will you walk over there and show it to us while I cover some other stories?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, here's
of course.
another story I want to talk about is the fact that that Intupix, this is a big deal. Now, don't worry about this story necessarily, but Intupix, that is the chip company that is used by Crestron for the NVX AV over IP system. Intupix has announced that they've integrated IPMX. Now that's a big deal, Steph, because you may remember IPMX is a proposed standard for AV over IP.
Yes, it is.
So by them integrating IPMX in their chips would mean that a company like Crestron would be compatible with IPMX if they chose to open that up. So that's a pretty big deal.
Yes. So as you can see, Gary, the TruePix is right behind me now.
Okay, good.
So I
Yeah.
know you're just talking about it. So here is where they have it.
Here's some
on
pictures,
the
by the way, of
show
TruePix.
floor.
Here's some pictures of TruePix
Yes,
where
we got
they've
some
actually
pictures of it as well.
taken out the modules, so you can see how the modules remove, and you can see it's similar to in the design to what Christie did with the microtiles, but in this case, it's a higher resolution panel, and they have different sizes, by the way. It's 0.9 all the way through 1.9 millimeter panels, so there's different size form factors and stuff. I'm excited for Barco because I know that you and I know behind the scenes, because we've been working with them on the launch of this product, that I'm excited for them because it's been a year and a half in the making, because it kept getting delayed because of all sorts of issues, everything from COVID to supply chain issues. So that's become a common theme, though, hasn't it?
Yes, and I met with Pete from Barco the other day, and he and I did an executive interview where we talk a lot about the TruePix if anyone's looking forward to more information on that.
Is that an interview that you did?
Yes, it is. Yes, an exit. Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's at ravepubs.com/ISE 2020. Now, one thing that you mentioned, Steph, I want to talk about that you mentioned is that Zoom introduced Zoom Whiteboarding. The concept here is that you can have a meeting inside of the whiteboard itself. And the people at home and the people in the office are sharing the same content at the same time. That was shown here at where you are at ISE 2020. Is there anything that has just blown you away or surprised you about the show, or anything that you want to report on that you think was, or maybe even something about the town of Barcelona? I think you did a tour, by the way, didn't you?
Yeah, so I don't know that anything has necessarily surprised me on the show floor, like technology-wise. It's a lot of the same technologies that you and I and everyone else are familiar with. Mm-hmm. But I will say it's like using the technology that exists in really cool ways. So Mike Blackman, before the keynote last night, talked about how it really is all about like technology and art these days, like making something really beautiful with the technology that we help install. And so just seeing new ways and new cool installs with the technology that already exists is what I would say the theme of ISE is. And that's been very, very lovely to see. So like Hypervision did a very cool install at the front of ISE, which I'm going to grab a picture of and make sure everyone sees.
Yeah,
but
we'll
it's
share
like
that.
holographic.
Let's share that picture.
Yes, it's like a hologram thing that Hypervision did where it's Mike Blackman at the front of the show. It's very, very cool. So I had to do a shout out for them on that, which was, we'll be happy to show you guys later because it's very cool.
Hey, by the way,
so that was lovely.
Speaking of how art and technology are mixed, because you mentioned that, Evoco, here's a story about Evoco introducing a product called Clio Desk Manager, and it is a beautiful looking product. If you look at that.
Very clean.
Very clean, very, very pretty, very very small, like nice little form factor. So go ahead, Steph. You were talking about sort of how art and tech have met at ISE 2022.
Yeah, I would say that that's kind of the theme of the show, right? It's, it's the same projection mapping technology that you and I are familiar with, but it's how can we come up with new installs and new ways to make this as beautiful as we can. And I'm so happy that that's the theme, because looking at beautiful technology is one of my favorite things to do at these shows. But yes, the group and I, we did a tour of La Sagrada Familia, where we went and walked through a basilica and did an audio tour.
We're looking at some pictures of that now, actually. You can't see them on your end, but we're popping some pictures up right now. That's a beautiful facility.
Yes. It's so cool.
How old is it?
And it's not that old when you think about, a basilica, you think, probably 14th century or something. But no, this was built in the 1860s, I want to say, 1862.
Okay.
And they are not done with it to this day. So they are continuing to build more and get new architects to add things. So it is very cool.
Talking about adding things, how's that transition? Zilliqa and Sennheiser launched room kits for collaboration together here at ISE 2022. I know that Sennheiser's...
there's Sennheiser right there.
There you go, right down the road. So that's one of the new products from ISE 2022. Hey, I want to mention a couple of things, Steph. I want to remind everyone that if you will follow me on LinkedIn, then you will get a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here, because if you scroll down on my LinkedIn feed and go to activity, right, you can see under activity, you can see all my posts that I'm making on LinkedIn. And like I just posted this morning, a collage of day 2 of images. So this gives you sort of a feel of what's going on the show floor. We're also posting some videos of things we captured on the show floor as well. Here's that. I'm showing that Epson room right now on the screen, Steph. But actually, we're doing real-time posts at ISE on everything that we're seeing there. And so you can go over to my LinkedIn feed. Just go to linkedin.com/in/GK, or just search my name and then connect with me, and you'll be able to see it. By the way, I want to ask you something, Steph. Right now on the screen, I'm showing sorry about that. Right now on the screen, I'm showing the entry LED ribbon, and I have a contest going on online to see if anyone can tell me whose LED that is. Do you know the answer to that, Steph?
I don't.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see who wins that contest, because we're giving a rAVe fan, anyone who answers that, we're giving you if you get it right, you get a super fan pack from rAVe if you get that right. So there you go. That's what it looks like. 360-degree ring as you enter the Fiera Barcelona. By the way, it's the first time that the show's been in Barcelona. What are your impressions of the convention center, and do you think it can handle a bigger show?
I will say this convention center is very nice. It is a lot easier to navigate than the rAVe was. Because to get from hall to hall, you go up an escalator and you kind of walk above them and then go down an escalator into the next hall you want to get to. So it's very, very easy to get from hall to hall and to navigate around and to get from place to place very easily. So for a team that is as quick moving as we are, and if someone texts me and I'm in hall 5 and they need me to get to hall 2 and bring them something, I can do it very quickly and easily. So it's been great, and I think that with such a well-organized space like this, it can handle continually growing and eventually adding more halls in if necessary. So I think that they're going to handle the growth beautifully as they can. Well,
I'm amazed that we stayed connected with all this tech, considering you're on a show floor and the bandwidth issues and stuff.
It's a miracle.
But I want to thank behind the scenes, I want to thank Kelsey and Madeline and Emily, who are helping you behind the scenes, behind the camera there. I think Madeline's your camera lady.
And Madeline is my camera operator, and Kelsey is she is holding the FaceTime call so I can hear you, and she is also holding my microphone wire.
We have backup.
And using it as a leash to lead me around.
We have backups of backups to make sure that this happened today live for you on rAVe TV. Steph, I know you're going to go. Do you know what you're going to do for dinner tonight, or are you going to be working in the convention center?
I think we were going to do a working dinner tonight, but on Friday night we are going to eat at a fantastic restaurant, and I will be sure to take pictures because I can't wait to talk about that with you next week.
All right, good. Steph, you have a great time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for popping in here live on rAVe TV. You're awesome. Thanks. Do me a favor. Will you thank the team for me? Because I'm sad I'm not there.
We're sad you're not here too, but I think that we are just doing our best to do it in your stead and make you proud. So we appreciate it. The team has been working hard, and I'm proud of them as well. So thank you, Gary.
Look at Emily stepping up, doing my video interviews for me and stuff, and Steph doing the booth tours. You can check those out at ravepubs.com/ISE2022. This is Gary K. Saying goodbye for rAVe TV. Steph, thank you. You have a great day.
Thanks, Gary. We'll see you next week. Bye.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.